Congressman Brad Sherman, Democrat from California, is with us now. Congressman, I don't know any other way to do this than to be blunt. I put up the pictures of the members of the Democratic caucus who voted against the resolution to support Israel and those who refused to support it by voting present. Does the Democratic Party have a problem? The Democratic caucus in Congress have a problem with anti-Semitism?
Well, frankly, I think the Republican caucus has a bigger Israel problem. 97% of the Democrats voted for this resolution. 99% of the Republicans voted for it. But immediately before the attacks from Hamas, we had on the floor a resolution that would cut aid to Israel by 30%, and 198 Republicans voted for it. I didn't see them on your screen. So we have a problem on both sides. The problem on the Republican side is an isolationist problem. The problem on the Democratic side is an anti-Israel problem, but it's much, much smaller. You don't have enough room on your screen to show the 198 Republicans who voted.
Look, the isolationist, I would respectfully say we've taken a pretty hard stance on the isolationist wing of the Republican Party. Your point's well taken. I guess my direct question, though, is when I put up the members of the squad, I talk about Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, who got very close to praising Hamas, very close. I'll ask it again. Is there an anti-Semitism problem among some in the Democratic caucus?
I think they're misled, whether it's anti-Semitism or just a warped view of what's happening in the Middle East. But again, to concentrate on what half a dozen or a dozen Democrats do, well, that's fringe. That's not legislatively significant. But 198 Republicans, and in general, and I won't focus just on your show, the one or two Democrats who have said things that I disagree with, some of these people on the screen just voted present, which is half as bad. But you don't have enough room on the screen for the 198.
Look, your point's well taken. And when the vote,
the very resolution,
Congressman, when the vote comes up again for aid to Israel, we'll put it up.
You don't even put their
Congressman,
picture up.
there was one. I'm talking to a Democrat. When I talk to Republicans, I'll talk about Congressman Massey. I want to get you real quickly about the issue. To be fair, he voted against it for a different reason, but we'll get to that. I want to get you on this. Today, the foreign minister of Iran was at the UN, and this is what he had to say as a warning to America.
If the genocide in Gaza continues, they will not be spared from this fire.
All right, so that's a threat to the United States. So far, Iranian-backed militias have attacked Americans on bases in the Middle East 16 times in the past 10 days. President Biden was very clear yesterday. If the attacks continued, there would be a response by the United States. There has not been. Is the time now for a military response by the United States against these Iranian militias and Iran?
We've had a military response. We've moved 2 aircraft carrier groups to the Eastern Mediterranean, where they are deterring Hezbollah from taking anything more than token actions. And look, even a token action can lead to a death or several deaths. And we have an aircraft carrier group in the Persian Gulf. Again, moving those kinds of assets to the region is very significant. And of course, we have assets in the Red Sea, where I believe it was 3 cruise missiles headed toward Israel were shot down by America. So we have responded, and I think they understand that if, God forbid, they were to seriously injure or kill any American soldier or sailor, that the response would be very significant. But moving those assets is more than token.
Yeah, I would suspect some of the soldiers with traumatic brain injury might take issue about serious injury, but so far none killed. That's a blessing. Congressman, it's good to see you, sir. Thank you very much as always.
Good to be with you.